that's competitive. For me personally, I mean, don't come at me because I want to be the best. And yeah, I could be a nerd. All that. What do you want to call it? That's fine. I'm a highly paid nerd. You want to say it like that? Hey, you can hate on me all you want. But I have the fastest connection because of what I do. I have the best visual part of the monitor, so that way I can get the advantage. Glasses, my G8 hoodie, which actually, you know, it's funny as when you would think of clothes would matter, but it does matter. I mean, it has internal pockets that heat my hands when my hands are cold. I mean, think about it. And this is the only hoodie, this is the only company that makes it. This is, and by the way, this is not a little quick spot for them, but this is the only clothing company that makes clothing for gamers. I mean, all the way down to holes and wires that my headphones could be wired into. So if I'm gaming, I look cool without wires hanging all over the place. They got internal pockets for that. I mean, they have gloves built into this thing that I can pull out. That keeps my hand warm if I'm playing. So that way my hand doesn't get cramped up. Is that a cheating because they can't get the hoodie? No. I mean, so that's what I say. It's just people complaining. All I can say is get with the times, get yourself a controller, and just, you know, if you want to complain about it, just get one and step up and play. It's not my fault you want to stay in the Stone Age. I mean, it's different. Nintendo came out with the D-pad AB. Nintendo 64 came out with the first analog. When that came out, people were like, what is that? Like, and it looked weird, like a boomerang. Like I like it because it looked like something from Batman. So there's analog stick. And then Sony comes out with the PlayStation, like, okay, well, we're going to one-up them. We got two analogs. Oh, cool. And then Microsoft comes and like, oh, forget that. We're going to do the analog here and here and with gun triggers because that's better for shooters. The next evolution, next stage is this. It makes sense. You have the mouse for the aiming, which we know is more accurate. The keyboard is a relic. Like, only because keyboard's for typing. It's not for gaming. As much as I'm a big PC gamer, so don't hate on me, PC gamers. Some of me hate now. But I'm saying, really, be honest. The keyboard's for typing. It's not for gaming. It was there because the PC games started on PC. You were forced to pick the keyboard, right? So you have the WSD. You got your analog stick. Which more fluid? Going like this, to move left and right?
Yeah, the WWS.
Like exactly.
Cross.
So these guys thought of both things. That's why they brought hardcore gamer like myself aboard. Even though I criticize the heck out of stuff, they really do care though about getting something top notch. Not just trying to make a quick buck, but they really are trying to like literally get it to the point where this is the weapon. You ever see the movie Lord of War with Nicolas Cage? You ever see that? Basically, it's the supply and demand. If you want to stay compete, you have to get the latest and greatest thing. These guys are like the Lord of War of the gaming community with hardware. If you want to compete on that level, you have to get this. I mean, I don't say you have to. If you want to compete, you should get it.
Can you talk about like a couple of things like that initially? Like once you had the Frag Fx in your hands, like, oh, I can do this now. Like, what are the couple things like?
Oh yeah, it was. When they sent me the first one years ago that they already started off with, I was just like ready to pass out. Like, this is exactly what I was looking for. Like, if I actually had the money for R&D, I would have just developed this myself. Yeah. You have the mouse and the analog. Because I didn't like the keyboard. But the keyboard is like, you know, it's like, come on. You can't sneak up on the corner, and corner can't with a keyboard because you have to tap, 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 tap. It's either full 100% or stop. Right. Analog stick, you can go small increments.
You can cut corners. Like
you can cut corners, or we like to say corner can't. The first time playing it, I was just like, wow, I can do things that I couldn't do before. So these guys have created an interface that basically doesn't harness, I don't want to say creativity, because then people say, oh, you corny, you're trying to get all artsy with video games, but you know, I can do things in this game that I couldn't do with standard controller because I'm limited to these analog sticks. I don't know if that's poetic or not, but I like it.
That's good.
I mean, anything any person can say negative, I can come at them with something positive about it. It's nothing. It's just a matter of just get out your comfort zone and try it. It's for some people. It's not for some people. If you don't like shooters, then you can play with the standard controller.
All right, I have to ask you, since you're a pro gamer, can you give us some tips? Or is that very secret? You've been very secret about not giving out your...
No, I can. Since I've met you guys several times at E3 and things like that, you guys are really cool. I don't mind at all. Now, I can give you tips about Battlefield 2 or Black Ops. I can give you some things about Black Ops without the guys sending the real Black Ops after me. But the first thing you want to do is the perk. The most important thing now is any perk in the game. Modern Warfare 2, everyone knows about Ninja Pro.
Right.
In Black Ops, they have the same perk. They changed the name of it. I forgot the name of it, but it's the same thing. It's really important, and even more important for Black Ops, that you actually use that perk all the time. And I can't think of the name of it. I wish I knew the name off the top of my head. And this is the reason why it's important. In this game, Modern Warfare 2, the Ninja Pro perk allows you to be quiet. You cannot be heard. A lot of pro gamers, the number one we rely on, and aside from the Frag FX, I can tell you, the number one thing, and this is probably the Shark now that's tied to number one, is my surround sound. I can hear everything. If you reload your gun, I hear where you are. If you reload your gun upstairs, I can hear you upstairs. Once I know the map, I know everything. When you run on gravel, metal, or wood, I know the difference in that sound. If I know that map very well, and it's all gravel, like Rust, for instance, the map Rust is a small map on Modern Warfare 2. If I hear the pinging noise of metal, I know right immediately you're on top of the scaffold because that's the only metal in the game. So if you're one-on-one with me, there's no one else in the game. It's not rocket science. The only feet I hear is my enemy, and he's up on the scaffold. So I immediately look up there and shoot him. He's still looking for me. So my surround sound is probably the number one thing. So to counter that, Ninja Pro is a must. And Black Ops, whatever this perk is called, is a must because now there's no counter perk for that. And like in this game, you can use Ninja Pro and run really fast with Marathon. And you know what Marathon is?
Yeah.
It makes you run an unlimited sprint. But what happens is if somebody has Ninja Pro and Marathon, those are the only people that can probably kill me. Because by the time they get to me, because they're moving so fast, I hear them at the last second and they stab me. Well, what happens is in Black Ops, and a lot of people don't know this yet, and I'm giving a secret up. This is a tip. Only my team knows, and a few programmers know this already. It's in Black Ops when you have this new Ninja Pro perk. We'll call it that for now. You no longer cannot have Ninja Pro and the Marathon perk. So if you have Ninja Pro and you're quiet, that means you cannot run fast anymore. You can't do both now. It's either one or the other. Either you're running fast and I can hear you loud as crap, so I can literally just kill you without turning around. Or if you have Ninja Pro and you're sneaking, you can't run as fast. So by the time you get up on me, I can hear you enough time to turn around and shoot you. So that's probably the only tip I'm going to give you, but the biggest thing is use that perk no matter what. Whatever's in that spot, and we already saw all the perks because they gave a list online. That's the most valuable perk to use is that Ninja Pro perk in Black Ops.
Are there any like exercises you do with the Frag FX that
No, it's not.
you usually do, or just constantly playing good people?
Yeah, well, yeah, no exercise. I mean, I get what we call warm up. You go online to play stuff like that. The cool thing about Black Ops is they have a bot, offline where we can play bots. So now you can play by yourself with bots rather than playing online and getting murked if you want to warm up. No, I play my team. We play internally and get warmed up. If you're trying to get better, you should play with better people.
Right. I've been hearing that a lot. You should play with better people. That way you learn.
Well, yeah, and what happens is people quit. Like, a lot of gamers, they go online and they get murked and they go in the lobby and they're the top dog. And this happens all the time with me or my team. And we come to the lobby and we start playing and then we start murking everybody, start killing everybody. And then people start talking trash, you hear all this stuff. And they quit. Why would you quit? Anytime I get into a room and I do happen to run into players that are really good, give me a run for my money, I stay in that room all day until they leave and quit. And they usually send me some hate messages after that or something. Like, you suck. I'm like, okay, really? Okay, I just beat you. But stay in the room. If you run into a room and you see somebody that's consistently playing and that's at the top of the leaderboard in that room, stay in that room as long as you can. And that's how you learn. Look at the kill cam. When they killed you, people like to turn that kill cam off because they just don't want to see themselves die. Take your pride out of it. Seriously, if you're really trying to get better, that's my tip. If you're really trying to get that level, watch the kill cam and see what they did. I do all the time. Somebody killed me and I'm like, wait, dude just murked me. Like, what did he just do? I will sit there and watch the kill cam and see what he did, and then I'm like, okay, so now I just,
How would you describe your playstyle? Are you more of a run gutter, move and shoot, or
are you taking intel out so you can beat me? No. My playstyle is it varies.
Did the Frag Fx affect your? I know it did, but
it upped my skill level, where I can be a jack of all trades. But my personal play style, I feel comfortable saying this. I don't mind giving this up, but I'm more of a support player because my situation awareness is really good. So I sit back and I let all the running gunners bring me all the cannon fodder, all the meat shields to shoot. Because usually they dictate. So wherever everyone else is at, I always go the opposite way. So if you want that one player that you think you're Sam Fisher, realizing this is not Splinter Cell, this is Call of Duty, but you think you're Sam Fisher, and you're sneaking all the way around the other side of the map, and I'm gonna get behind this team, and you go through all this 3 minutes of passing all the fun, all the fighting's going over here, and you get behind us, and you think, I'm gonna get these guys, I'm gonna get them, and you get killed. That's me. That's killing you. I wait for those people that come all around the side of the map that's trying to get behind us and kill them, because I don't need to kill. And then once I kill that person, that tells me that whole side is open, and I just go around that side and I just start picking people off. I sit back and let everybody fight and kill them from the distance. That's me. That's why I use the M16. That's not a secret. Everyone knows I use the M16, which is probably the most beastly gun. We found out in Black Ops the M16 actually is the same M16 from Modern Warfare 2, but with a faster recoil rate or fire rate. Some people didn't know that, but I actually saw that. We actually saw that at Gamescom, and I looked at it. The rate of fire is faster. It has the same power and everything. So that gun's gonna be a beast. So basically, I just sit back and just shoot everybody from a distance. So it's like everyone having a party over here. I'm back here just picking people off.
That's you ranked worldwide? What's your rank?
For which game? Which one?
Say Call of Duty.
Well, it depends. Well, Modern Warfare 2, since this one is we playing the most, the highest rank I achieved was ranked number 12 in the world. And then I have to say though, legit, I would have been number 1 because of the 9 people in front of me, they all were glitchers. I mean, they had like 200, 400 kill streaks. Like, how you gonna get 400 kill streaks? Like, really? So,
what's your opinion on WCG?
WCG is cool. I mean, but you know, they focus heavily on PC gaming. I mean, I personally think PC gaming is dying out just for the fact of the cost. I mean, the cost of a video card to keep up with the Joneses is like $400 or $500. That's the cost of a console. You know, so I mean, PC gaming is universal because there's more PCs around the world, but it's dying out just for that fact of trying to keep up. So I would like to see it more mainstream, incorporate more console gaming and stuff like that, and not require people to travel to a location. Because who has the money to travel all over the world if you don't have the sponsor? Yeah, I mean, so of course I love these guys that can travel, but most of it is from home. I feel more comfortable at home anyway. If I did travel to, I have to deal with, you know, all the other nuances of not having things perfect the way I want. And my little command center that my girlfriend makes fun of me of, but you know, that command center, you know, gives me the, you know, brings in the wins and the dough. So you know.